Welcome to Cal State Fullerton Day and the Cal State Fullerton Irvine Center. My name is Steve Walk. I'm Associate Vice President for South County Operations and Initiatives. And it's my pleasure to welcome you to Cal State Fullerton and to the university. And I want to give you an overview of the Cal State Fullerton Irvine Center and everything that happens there. And then we're going to introduce you to all the members of our student success team. So I want to start by talking about what the Irvine Center is. One way to think about the Cal State Fullerton Irvine Center is as a building that's 20 miles away. It's on campus, just 20 miles away. And the reason we have a location 20 miles away is first, to provide classes for you that are closer to where you work and live. And we know that there are about between 12 and 13,000 Cal State Fullerton students who live closer to our Irvine location than they do to the Fullerton campus. And so we put that location there for your convenience. Secondly, we have classes and certificate programs at the Irvine Center that are there for working professionals. And if you know anything about Irvine, it is surrounded by hundreds of businesses, all of which employ professionals who need continuing development, et cetera. So we offer those courses and certificate programs there at Irvine. Next, the university locates some of its centers to support business and community at the Irvine Center. And so you'll see that those centers are there when you're visiting. And some of those Irvine centers offer opportunities for students. And then finally, the Irvine Center serves as a location for a number of events and activities, actually over 100 every year, to both campus groups, outside groups, community groups, and businesses. So the next question is why? Why the Irvine Center? As I just mentioned, lots of students live in South County, and we need to accommodate that. Cal State Fullerton is supposed to serve the entirety of Orange County, and Fullerton is located in the very north, so it makes sense for us to be located someplace south. Secondly, we offer an easy location, very convenient parking, 90 seconds from your car to your classroom seat, and a highly personalized atmosphere that provides you with most of the supports that you need to be successful as a student. Irvine is also a center of economic activity, and if you know anything about that region, you'll see the great park, you see lots of new businesses, lots of construction taking place, and it's important for the university to be in the middle of those activities. And finally, the university strives to be actively involved in all of Orange County, and the Irvine Center is one component of that larger strategy. So it is now my pleasure to introduce our next speaker, and that is, who is our next speaker? That's Marcia Doughty, our Assistant Dean for Academic Programs. Marcia?
Hi, thank you, Steve. So I'm Marcia Doughty, Assistant Dean of Academic Programs at the Irvine Center. And what that means is I work with our 8 Cal State Fullerton academic colleges to assist in the coordinating of class offerings at Irvine. I also assist in the coordination of those academic services that we provide. And finally, I work as a liaison with our faculty who teach there and providing some of the academic services that they also might need to make sure we have a full array of services and classes that both are convenient and congruent to you finishing your degree at Cal State Fullerton. So I think I will turn it over now to our next speaker, Futoshi Nakagawa.
Good afternoon, Future Titans. My name is Futoshi Nakagawa, and I'm the Assistant Dean for Student Affairs at the Irvine Center. My colleagues and I are here to help you make the most out of your college experience. If you ever have any questions related to life as a college student, please don't hesitate to see me. Think of my office as a one-stop shop for getting the assistance you need to help get you a step closer to your goals. And if I don't have the information that you're looking for, I'll most likely know someone who does. So basically, my job is to make sure that you feel welcome, valued, and connected. And again, welcome to the CSUF Irvine Center, and I look forward to seeing you in the fall.
Hi, I'm Sheba Dixon, and I'm the Administrative Assistant for the Student Success Center at our Irvine location. As you may have already guessed from my title, I provide clerical support to our assistant deans, academic advisors, career specialists, disability support services, financial aid counselors, and professors teaching at our location. More importantly, I am your first point of contact when you are visiting our Student Success Center at our Irvine Center. And I'm here to help you make any appointment you need with any of our academic advisors, counselors, connect you to our various services at our location, as well as answer any questions you may have. If you need to contact me, you can email me at irvinecenter@fullerton.edu or call 657-78-1650. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Michelle Lucio, and I am the academic advisor for business majors on the Irvine campus. And when I look at the photo that's on the slide, I have to smile because it was one of the first ones that was taken when I was working at home, and it reminds me how much I miss being on campus with my colleagues and seeing students daily. But it also reminds me that the work that I'm doing is important, and that I want to be here to make sure that you get the information that you need. Again, I work primarily with the business majors, including international business and economics. And I go through and make sure that you understand the classes, the prerequisites, minimum grade requirements, all of those things that you're going to need to achieve academic success. In addition, I try to make sure that students understand the important tools that the university gives to them to make themselves successful, primarily the Titan degree audit. The Titan degree audit is a personalized report that shows all degree requirements and your progress in meeting those requirements. So I encourage all students to get familiar with that report. In addition to the academic questions, I welcome if you want to come and start with me. As Futoshi said, if I don't have the answers, I can direct you to someone who does. And again, I'm reminded that in these very unique times, we are still welcoming you and hoping to help you make a successful, make your successful goal of your degree. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Mindy. I'm the graduation specialist at Irvine. My job is to primarily advise students who are getting ready for graduation. So if you have questions about graduations, like how many courses do I have left, what's my graduation date, can I change my graduation date, anything related to that, I would be the person to contact. I also work as a general advisor for our juniors and seniors. So any juniors or seniors, even new transfer students, if you have any general advising questions, I'm here and you are free to make an appointment with me.
Hello everyone, my name is Tracy Soner and I'm the retention specialist for the Irvine Center. I'm available for academic advising and support for our CSUF students. I also work with those on probation to help them regain academic success and conduct special projects and outreach for our freshman and sophomore populations. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Andriana Peterson and I'm the Senior Career Advisor for the Irvine Career Center. If you ever need an appointment for career exploration, LinkedIn assistance, resume review, job and internship search, if you just want to practice your interviewing skills and have a mock interview, that's an appointment I have as well. We also have a lot of events and workshops that take place throughout the semester, and that's going to be happening whether we're on campus in person or if it's going to be done virtually and remotely. If you ever have any issues or ever have any questions about your career path, needing some help with your job searching, I'm the person you want to see.
Susan Lip. I am the Counseling and Psychological Services provider at the Irvine Center. We are able to make confidential counseling appointments for individuals, couples, or groups, and those appointments can be made by either calling, email directly, or stopping in my office when we get back to the office. Right now, even though we are not on campus, we are providing services remotely. So if in the fall we're still not on campus, these services are still available. These are not services that you can make online, so you do have to contact me directly, or you can contact the Fullerton Counseling and Psychological Services to make an appointment for Irvine. Accessing support for anxiety, depression, grief, or other problems and concerns is self-care. Please be proactive. Take advantage of the mental health services that are offered to you at the Irvine Center. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Patty O and I work for the Disability Support Services. If you are a student with short-term or long-term disabilities and you have questions on how to get connected with our department, how to get accommodations, and any of those types of questions, please contact me at irvinedss@fullerton.edu. We are here to make sure that every student has a successful, equitable, and accessible time here at CSUF. And welcome.
Hi all, my name is Ashley Briggs and I'll be speaking on behalf of the financial aid services available at the Irvine Center. First up, we have Jill Brower, who is our Assistant Director of Financial Aid. She's available to assist with your financial aid questions and concerns and available for walk-in students. Jill has been here for over 30 years now and is very knowledgeable when it comes to financial aid. She can serve as a great resource for you for financial aid advisement, special circumstances related to financial aid eligibility, as well as financial aid for year-round academic programs. Right now, she, like all of us, are available virtually via the contact information on the screen, but you can find her in room 118 once we get back to campus. And next up, we have me, Ashley Briggs, and I'm the financial aid counselor for the Irvine Center. I am also happy and available to assist with your financial aid related questions and concerns. I can help you with checking your financial aid status and awards, applying for the FAFSA CDA, and many other financial aid opportunities or questions that you may have. I have appointments available, and I also assist walk-in students. Right now, my appointments are scheduled through Zoom, but once we are back on campus, you can find me in room 143. Just look for the butterflies. My email is, there's an email available up on the screen now. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us there. And next up, we have Heidi Velasquez, who will give a brief introduction and overview. And welcome to the Cal State Fullerton Irvine Center. I think Heidi might be having some technical difficulties, but she is our financial aid technician at the Irvine Center. And so she is also available to help with any questions that you have for financial aid. She's located right next to my office in IRVC 142. However, you can contact us virtually in the meantime while we're all at home working.
Right now we have a short video that was put together by our ASI students about some of the events that we have going on at the Irvine Center. All right, now I'll bring back Dr. Walk for some closing statements before we go into questions.
So we just want you to know here that at the Irvine Center, we are as connected to the Fullerton campus as any other campus unit. We have regular meetings. We're totally integrated with the campus. I've been at Cal State Fullerton I'm in my 26th year. And so you can be very confident that the help and support that you find at Irvine will meet your needs. And if we don't have everything you need at Irvine, we can put you in touch with the right people at the Fullerton campus. And I also want you to know that being a Titan is something that you can be proud of. If you look at our alumni, you will see that we have a proud history at Cal State Fullerton, and we intend to continue that legacy. And we couldn't be happier that you're coming our way. So shall we turn it over to questions?
Yes.
Okay.
So if anybody has any questions for the students that have joined us today, if you want to go ahead and send it through chat, or if you want to unmute yourself. I know we had a couple questions come through. So this one is for the DSS testing. Does CSUF do testing for learning disabilities?
We personally do not, but I do have referrals that I can give you. So please just email me at irvinedss@fullerton.edu, and I would be happy to send you those referrals.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I have a question. Sorry.
Sure. Yeah, go for it.
Are you guys gonna upload this in like 48 hours or something to the webinar website on the Cal State Fullerton website?
That is a Futoshi question.
Sorry, can you
yes.
guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, Joseph. Welcome. Yes, right after this is finished, we're gonna it's being recorded, and then we're gonna upload it, so then any student can watch it at any time. So I can't promise you that it's gonna be up in 48 hours, but we'll try to get it up as soon as possible.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Hi, I have a question. How can I look up the fall schedule for the Irvine campus, and are there any classes offered online?
That's a great question. This is Marcia. So the classes for Irvine are in the Titan online schedule for the university. And usually the way you can find it, you can do a search by looking for location, and you would do Irvine Center. Another way, if you're scrolling through some of the classes, we are usually at the bottom of, if there's maybe 10 BUAD 301 classes, you'll find our location at the bottom. Online classes are within the campus schedule, and so we don't necessarily have online classes at Irvine because they're online, and they don't need a special location for the online. So that's a great question though, but when you're doing a search through Titan Online, you can do it by location when you go into search for things, and you can just find us at I think it's listed under the Irvine campus as that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, I have a question. I'm an incoming transfer student, and I would like to meet up with financial aid advisors and possibly with Sheba. Now, do I have to wait until orientation, or could I do that already?
It depends on your question that you have, but we can definitely set up an appointment for your financial aid questions, and we can go from there.
Okay, thank you. I'll go ahead and email then.
Did you want to see Sheba to set up an academic advising appointment?
Yes. So for that, I wasn't sure if I had to wait until orientation, or I could go ahead and do that already.
Academic advisors are available to meet with incoming students prior to orientation, so you can always set up an appointment with us. Obviously, we're going to be doing it through Zoom, but either, depending on your major, either Mindy, myself, or Michelle is available. So like if you're a business student, you would want to meet with Michelle. If you're a different major, Mindy and I are available.
Okay, can I go ahead and get an email that I could email and set up an appointment?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me? This is Sheba. If you can email me, you can email me at irvinecenter@fullerton.edu, and I'll gladly answer all your questions and try to set you up an appointment.
Okay, thank you, Sheba. So irvinecenter@fullerton.com?
Fullerton.edu. So Irvine Center, one word, @fullerton.edu.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, I thought I put our email address on our last slide. But yeah, if you email Sheba, she can definitely help you make an appointment with one of us.
I just have a question. Like, what classes are at the Irvine Center? Is it just for like the graduate level, or like what's there? So I came in late because I had like a class. I'm a transfer student too, so yeah.
So it's a great question. We have a wide variety of classes, both graduate and undergraduate. And on the undergraduate, they cover a span of all 8 colleges that I talked about, including general education and those support classes for the majors. So you can find mostly the core classes that you need for a variety of majors. You can find a full array of GE classes. You're going to need upper division GE as a transfer student in particular areas. And then some majors have classes outside their major department that we call supporting classes, and you'll be able to find those as well. So we have about 200 different class offerings that match up to what you need, and the students that those 12 to 13,000 students that reside in our area of Irvine that might find most useful. So there's a wide variety of them, and you just find them on Titan Online as well. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, thanks. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Do we have other questions?
Yeah, I have another question. Sorry. Okay. I'm a human services major, so do you think that I would need to take classes there, or like but there's an option to take classes there for that major, or like how does that work exactly?
So the human services major is one of the majors that we don't really fully support. And what I mean by that, most of your major coursework that the department has is either offered at the Fullerton campus, or there's a large selection in that major of online web classes. So that's one of the majors that we don't fully support. What we do support, though, are some of the other supporting classes that you might need for that major, depending on what area within human services you're going into, as well as the upper division courses that you might need in general education. So, but for the main part of the core courses, that's not one of the majors that we fully support at Irvine.
Okay, thanks. Cause like I live by I'm in the Fullerton area, so I don't know how I'll get there. So okay, thanks.
I also have a question about the fall semester. Do you foresee all classes moving to online?
So the answer to that is we are planning to continue what we're calling virtual instruction. And virtual instruction is not necessarily the same as online instruction. We have, when we put together classes at the university, classes that we call online, that is an official classification, and those courses have to meet certain requirements to be called online courses. And what we've done in the spring semester, as most universities around the country have done, is we've converted in-person courses to what we call virtual instruction, and we've used online methods to complete those courses. So at the moment, our plan for the fall is to offer virtual instruction, and that would be in addition to classes that already exist that are called online classes. that I know that sounds confusing, but that is our plan, and it's really a contingency plan. If circumstances change, we will meet in person, but we think it is important to anticipate what is likely to happen with COVID-19 going forward, and we need to be ready to respond and be consistent with what the governor asks us to do. And so that is why you've heard, actually Cal State Fullerton has made national news on this decision to plan for virtual instruction in the fall. But that's how you should think about it. That unless something changes, the plan will be to offer virtual instruction for all of the classes that are currently listed as in-person classes. And then any course that's listed there as online is just a regular online class that has been planned in that way. So I hope that makes some sense.
Yeah, it does, absolutely. Thank you.
Sure thing.
Okay, so this one is for Sheba. If a student sees an advisor or a counselor at the Irvine Center, is that different than seeing a counselor or an advisor at the main campus?
It is not. Seeing an advisor at the Irvine Center is just like seeing an advisor on the main campus, and they count as actually seeing an advisor no matter where you see them, if that makes sense. It's not a separate service at all. It's one and the same.
I have a question. So when you guys say like virtual instruction, do you mean like we're going to use Canvas or the system at Cal State Fullerton? Like, and then my other question is like, what's titanium? That's like a thing you guys have there. I don't know what that is. So
Right. So I can help you with that. When we say virtual instruction, that means we've gone to a platform, and actually most of our faculty are using the Zoom platform, where you can come in and you can open it up and people see the lectures and that sort of thing.
Okay.
So that's the platform that we're using for virtual instruction. So those are for the in-person classes that have now gone virtual. When you see the word titanium, that is our platform, like a lot of community colleges have Canvas. And actually the university will be switching over into that Canvas, which a lot of students are familiar with already, especially those transferring in. So we'll be doing a slow move over into Canvas. And so for about 2 semesters or a year, we'll be doing that transition in. So you'll see titanium and Canvas, and those are kind of the one and the same thing. So titanium is a word that we use at Cal State Fullerton. That's really the Moodle platform, just like Canvas is the platform for Canvas. Yeah, so it's the same thing. So when you come in and register and you're in a class, most faculty, I would say, and there might be some out there that aren't, but I would say 95% of our faculty use titanium in their delivery.
So will they is there like how to use titanium like on the website, or like how to use, like if you're an incoming transfer student, because I know what it I know what it is, but I don't, you know what I mean? I just know the name,
Right. And those are great questions. Those are excellent questions. When you come into orientation as well, the students find it very, very easy to use titanium. There's all sorts of tutoring and but tutorials on our websites with our IT has set up. So they come in really prepared during orientation. Things like how to register, how to use titanium, those sorts of things are discussed and reviewed. And there's always assistance within our IT tutorials on the web and applications and services that are available to students beyond just titanium, but some other great IT services available.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay, this question is for financial aid.
I have a question. Do you guys have or will have a virtual tour of the Irvine campus? I'm sorry?
Futoshi, do you want to take that one?
In terms of a virtual tour, there will be like an open house event that will be kind of like showing you everything about the Irvine Center. So be on the lookout for that. Have you ever stopped by the Irvine Center before, or do you know where it's located?
I have not actually, and I've gone to IVC, and
Okay.
I actually have not visited the Irvine campus at all.
It's like 2 blocks from IVC, so it's like super close. It's not intimidating at all. It's pretty much a 2-story building, and you have classes on the first floor, the second floor, and all of our offices are on the first floor. So it's very, very, it's a very welcoming place. And I think the open house event, you'll be contacted. So you live in the Irvine area?
Correct.
Okay, yes. So you'll most likely get I think you will get an invitation to that event. And then you'll see the Irvine Center, like, it'll go into more detail about what's at the Irvine Center. So does that answer your question?
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Could I offer a comment
Yes,
real
thank
quick?
you.
I'm sorry, Mindy. I wanted to make sure that students really understood too, that when you register for classes, you have the option as a Cal State Fullerton student to register for your classes both at Irvine and at Fullerton, or you could register to take all your classes at Irvine, or you could register to take all your classes at Fullerton, or do a combination of both. So that's usually a question that comes up of, how do I register for classes at Irvine, and can I take classes at Irvine and not at Fullerton? So you have that option as a Cal State Fullerton student to take them at both locations, however you would like. We have sort of an encouragement for you to take classes on the Irvine Center, and there's some incentives, and so you'll be hearing more about that, or if anybody has a question about that, we'd be glad to answer that as well. So I want to make that available to you.
Well, just kind of building on that, one of the perks of registering for classes at Irvine, besides the amazing parking and the smaller class sizes and the convenient location, is that if you register for 6 or more units with us, then you will get priority registration for the following semester, which either as a transfer or a freshman definitely comes in handy once registration season rolls around, to be able to have that earlier registration date to get, to really lock in the classes that you want and get your ideal schedule. Okay, so if a student were to submit their FAFSA information, Ashley, how will they know if they have been awarded?
We haven't started awarding for the upcoming 2020-2021 year just yet. Well, some students have been awarded and we're going to continue to post awards, but I would anticipate that you should see awards by mid-June or so.
Okay, thank you. I know Adriana, our career advisor, mentioned that she hosts a lot of different events on campus throughout our year, our academic year. Would you be able to tell us a little bit more about what it is, like what kind of events you host for the Irvine Center, Adriana?
Sure, I'd love to. There are a lot of different kind of career-related events that take place. Some workshops and events that we've had in the past have included a tutorial for LinkedIn and how to create a professional profile, how to network and job search using LinkedIn. Have interviewing skills workshops where you can practice learning how to tackle really difficult questions that are often posed in the interviewing process. I have had career fairs where employers have come to campus, which is a great opportunity for you to not only practice your networking skills, but also to interview as well, or find an interview. Those are events that actually happen on the main campus and at the Irvine campus. So please keep an eye out for any kind of career fairs that might come about. Those are really beneficial. We've also had, so many workshops, how to create a digital portfolio. We've had a meet the professional workshop, Coffee and Careers, which is another way to find out if this kind of career path is right for you. Also a great way, another great way to network. So anything that is involving career exploration, finding your career path, getting ready for your job search, like resume reviews. Once you have your, that interview, how to practice those interviewing skills. And even after the interview, how do you follow up? There are just a lot of different events that happen each semester, and they are still going to happen whether we are at the Irvine Center in person or if they are something that we can, again, host remotely. So we usually have, I would say, an average of 2 to 3 workshops or events each month within the semester. So a great way to learn more about that is just to check out my website, which is fullerton.edu/Irvine/career. And that would be the website specific for the Irvine Center Career Center.
All right, thank you.
I was also wondering, oh, sorry.
Did you want to, you can go.
Oh, sorry. I was just wondering if you guys have any more updates about orientation for fall 2020?
So I'll try to tackle that for a moment. So with the with the COVID-19, all sorts of things have changed, and they change daily and up to the minute. So there will be orientation, but it will be virtual. So that we're sure of. Right now, all of the colleges within, Cal State Fullerton has 8 colleges. So when I refer to the colleges, that's what I'm referring to. So everybody's working right now on how best to deliver those orientation virtual messages to you. And they're all working on that. They will happen. Registration for students, orientation is mandatory, which means that you'll have a registration hold until you meet the orientation requirement. Meetings are actually going on all this week to get it all finalized, but they will be virtual. Registration will be beginning in late June. So we have just a minute or a while. In the meantime, some of the majors are asking you to get your major advisement, especially if you have an advisement hold within that college. So the College of Business has advisement that you need to do before you can register as well. So, but orientation will happen. It will just be virtually, and we're all working diligently over these next couple of weeks to make that a really impactful experience for you. We're going to miss you on campus. I can't tell you how much we are missing our students now and how much we're missing actually greeting and meeting that, because that's one of the huge events we look forward to in the summertime.
Thank you very much.
So my other question was, for priority registration, wait, that's a thing? Because I was told that doesn't, that they don't have that, at Cal State Fullerton. You know what I mean? Because I'm assuming, if you register at Cal State Fullerton and then the Irvine campus, it's all in the same system, right? When you
Okay,
register.
so the thing about the priority registration is if you enroll in 6 units or more at the Irvine Campus Center, then you get priority registration for fall. So that's just something we offer those students who register for classes at the Irvine Center. So as far as priority registration, there's not really that unless you're part of a special population that needs that priority registration.
Okay, thanks.
I have a question. Does the Irvine Center have a student store there, or do we only use the campus at Fullerton?
We do have a student store. We have many different amenities that are similar to the main campus. So we actually have our own fitness center. We have our own library, our own Titan Student Union, our own student store. We have computer labs, classrooms, areas where you can, like eat food. We got little kitchenettes and vending machines, coffee machines. So we definitely do have our own version of all of those amenities from the main campus at the Irvine Center.
Is there a virtual tour of the Irvine campus on the Fullerton website?
At this time, there's really no virtual tour available, but that's something that we can work on. So we'll need to. There is, if you look on YouTube, there's a very, very old video that still might exist, but that was from years past. But that's something that we'll definitely look into. But that's a good question.
Okay, thank you so much. So, the Irvine campus, it's like its own little like campus itself. It's not like an extension campus or anything, like, because you're like, after that other person asked the question, like, you guys have a student union and a library there too, and like, it's almost like Cal State Fullerton, but like a mini one, pretty much.
So we are Cal State Fullerton. So you just need to consider us. We are Cal State Fullerton. All of our classes are within Titan Online. Our faculty are Cal State Fullerton faculty. So you might consider us as a building 20 miles from Fullerton, right? So we are Cal State Fullerton. And since we are, a little bit of a jump away from Fullerton, we do need to have those different amenities and services that mirror some of the things that you could get at Fullerton, like the Titan bookstore and Titan shops and the student services that we all represent here. But the difference is we've got some great parking. We don't have a huge parking, but your parking is once you buy have a parking permit for Fullerton, it works at both Fullerton and Irvine. So we're not separate in any way like that. We're just a location, a convenient location for students in the South County area who work and live in that area, and we provide many of the same services that you can find at Fullerton.
So it's like a building and it's like a college. So you know what I mean? You know how there's like 8 colleges at Cal State Fullerton, like you said, it's kind of like that kind of thing. People can take their classes there for their individual majors, yeah?
Exactly, kind of like that.
Okay.
Perfect.
To my understanding, in order to complete orientation, to be able to register, we have to complete a general ed advising and an academic advising. I was able to make an appointment for general education through the Titan portal, but not for the academic.
And so once again, that goes back to how we're switching up orientation just a little bit in these unique times. So you'll be able to make those, plan a date and make that available for your majors as well. So what's happening right now is there are a couple of different components that you would have received all together in one day when you attended an in-person orientation. And so what's happening now, it's just being broken up. So the general education portion of it that's being led by our Academic Advisement Center, they have those modules and videos up that you can be able to see that and get that part taken care of. Then when the colleges and the different majors plan out their days and what they're going to be presenting for you, you'll be able to go and register for an orientation date. And that should be upcoming shortly. So we'll be hearing, you should be on the outlook for more information about how orientation registration will be happening within the next week or so.
Okay, because I'm a child development major and I'm hoping to take all my classes at the Irvine Center, but I'm not sure if there'll be enough availability.
So we should, so right now in Child Lesson Studies is one of our larger majors that we support. And we offer a great selection of courses for you there. So, and what we do is students transferring in our current students have been registering now, but we plan ahead for what is going to be needed by our transfer students coming in. What are those classes unique to you that you're going to need, and in what sequence? And so we have those all planned out and available and ready. And when you look online, on Titan Online, you can look under location, Irvine Campus, and you can see all the Child Lesson Studies courses that you have, as well as once you go to orientation, get a little more familiar with it, you'll see that there's an array of courses that you need that aren't just specific Child Lesson Studies that you'll be able to take there. So you will be able to take those classes. We also are cognizant of, because our orientation is looking a little different and how students are registering, we're watching to make sure that when classes fill up or classes needed, that we are taking note of that and making sure that we're going to have as much availability as we can for you.
Okay.
So you just need to watch for when your orientation comes around. There's a great advising component within Child Lesson Studies, and you can go on the Cal State Fullerton website and search Child Lesson Studies, and you can actually see they've got a way for you to make appointments with them during the semesters when we're all on campus and not virtual. Dr. Sharon Seidman is the Child Lesson Studies faculty advisor, that she comes to Irvine. So we have advisement available ready for you when we're back on campus. And while we're virtual, you can still contact them. But just go to the Child Lesson Studies website and you'll get all sorts of information right now about how you might get advising prior to the orientation or how they're handling that. And that might give you a little more sort of secure feeling if that's helpful.
Yeah, I guess my biggest issue is just figuring out what classes I need to take in which sequence. So I'm hoping that the general education advisor will be able to clarify that for me.
So that's not going to be that component of the GE advising. That is a component of the major advising that will be happening. There are one way you can also look on the Irvine Center website under the you can look under our classes and programs, and I have something posted on there that's called Majors at a Glance, and Child Lesson Studies is on there. So it gives you a sequencing of what you take in what order and what is being offered currently at the Irvine Center for fall. So it gives you that information.
Okay, where do you go for that?
It's on our Irvine Center website.
Okay.
But more than that, I highly, highly recommend, because Dr. Seidman isn't available at the Irvine Center, but she's still available virtually. I highly recommend that you go to the Child Lesson Studies website and look at their advisement, and because they've got all sorts of things posted for first semester transfer students that I think would make you feel a little more comfortable. So check out that website as well.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay, I want to be mindful of everybody's time. So if anybody has maybe one or two quick last questions, we can answer those.
I just have a quick question. So do you have any like tips as an incoming transfer student of like which when we're there at Cal State Fullerton, or I don't know if a transfer student would go to the Irvine campus, like what would you recommend us to do, like to make sure we know where all the student resources are, so if we need that, you know what I mean, help whatever what would you recommend?
There's definitely you'll get a lot of resources at orientation. There's a lot of webinars on their webpage right now that kind of walks you through like what your immediate next steps should be as a transfer student. Like I said, you're going to get a ton of information at orientation. I would recommend connecting with your academic advisors for your college specifically, making sure that you connect with a general education advisor, and just kind of having them walk you through all of those resources and just establishing those connections. And then just because it's your first semester, just be really patient with yourself and be kind of kind to yourself, because it is a different culture. And so it's going to take your first semester to kind of get your feet under you. But just kind of come in with an open mind and think about, you know, what it was like when you were a freshman again, and just kind of come in with that perspective, because it's going to be new.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. All right, well, here's our contact information. Like I said, you can visit our website. Right now, we are all virtual. We are available. All of our services are still up and running. We greatly appreciate you joining us this afternoon to hear about our services and resources at the Irvine Center. There will be additional outreach over the next couple of months from the Irvine Center, just letting you know that we're still here. We're going to be having some online events. It was mentioned earlier that we're going to have, you know, an online open house in a couple months as well. So just kind of keep tabs on your student email. That's another great tip for whether you're a freshman or transfer student. Check your email. I cannot stress that enough, because that is the way that the university communicates with you, is your student email. There is a way to link your student and your personal emails, but I'm not tech savvy enough to know how to do that right this second. But definitely check your student emails for further information from us. And you can always visit our website, which is the www.fullerton.edu/Irvine, for more information about our resources and how to connect with everybody that was here today. All right, well, thank you so much to everybody, our team, for coming out tonight, this afternoon, and for all the students and future Titans who joined us. And everybody stay safe and take care of yourselves, and we will see you in fall. All right, thank you.
Hey, bye. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, it's just us now.